Hey guys, so I just started doing the living room without even filming the intro, and it's getting darker and darker and darker because it's a rainy week so far. So I'm gonna do this intro. I need to give you guys a few updates in my regular daily life. So if you're just here for cleaning, not interested in daily vlogs, I need you guys to skip ahead. Let's say maybe 5 minutes or less. I don't know. Also, another thing is this is going to be a two-parter. I started doing this. I was like, the living room will be easy. That won't take long at all. And then I realized how much work I actually do during spring cleaning. And it needs to be a two-parter. One, because it would be way too long if I didn't. And two, because I'm going to need a rest day. I can already tell. Okay, so this is a point where you can skip forward to the video if you want to. If not, if you need like some updates or what have you. One, my doctor called this morning. For those of you guys who are like praying for me about the bad blood work and stuff, I appreciate it so much. My enzymes went back to normal, so that's a really good thing. They are still concerned because my platelets and my blood count is really high, so they're gonna run another blood test in 2 weeks. They're not ready to send me back to the hematologist oncologist department yet, but they're gonna run another test in 2 weeks, and if that one comes back bad, then I'm going to be back in that department for a while, getting some more further tests done, checking for like some leukemia tests and stuff like that. But anyway, so there's an update. 2, I have Femara in my possession. Now, my doctor, my OBGYN decided not to give me Femara with without monitoring. So to monitor would be $700 at the fertility place. That's no, I'm not going to pay that. I only got 2 follicles, big follicles, with Femara the first time. The Femara I have is the same dosage, so I'm not worried about overstimulation. Some OBGYNs give without monitoring. It actually is less dangerous than Clomid, so I don't really understand his decision, but I respect it. So that's going to be a whole video I'll talk about after spring cleaning. Just letting you know I do have 1 round. We'll talk about that later. 2 other things I want to address. 1, somebody messaged me and they asked me if I'm going prematurely gray because I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh if like you're watching this. I'm not laughing at the gray thing. I'm just laughing at my hair being a mess. Because they were wondering if it was a polycystic ovarian syndrome thing. I emailed them back, but I wanted to explain this because I was like, oh my God, if somebody noticed this. So you guys remember my hair fiasco at the hair school. I asked them to take me back to my natural color. They gave me hot roots, which means my roots came out a lighter color and they came out like reddish, and it was just horrible, terrible, insane, right? Okay, so then they were like, okay, we'll fix it. Let's tone it. But then the toner they put on it was this like terrible dark color, and you guys haven't noticed because you always see the front of me, but they only toned here, and like right here, basically any place I could see, which I thought was kind of shady when I got home. And the back of my head was a different color. Here was my problem. Because they had to tone it dark to fix it, I was like, you guys still aren't fixing. I came in here to get the color of my roots, so basically I'm gonna have to come back or go somewhere else when my roots grow in because my hair's still gonna look crazy. For my new subscribers, I had platinum blonde hair. I want to go back to my natural blonde color because we're trying to save money, and platinum blonde is really expensive to keep up with, and you have to keep up with it often. Otherwise you start looking a little bit like trashy. In my opinion, some people like roots. I don't like them. I'm from the South. It's not an ombre. Your roots are showing. Like, that's just how it is. Okay, so I was like, all right, y'all just made the situation worse. Because before, I only had 2 colors that were different. Now I got 3. So, no, I'm not going prematurely gray. That is, I don't know if it's going to show up. My blonde hair is growing back in. You can see it in my hairline. I think that's where she noticed it. I don't know if it's going to show up on this camera. In the sunlight, you can really tell, but yeah, y'all are going to be seeing a lot of it because I'm just going to let it grow till I figure out what to do. So that's just an update on if my hair looks crazy or it looks like I guess it looks like I would be going gray because my hair is so dark and then it's coming in really light. And most people have light hair with coming in dark, but no, that's my natural blonde hair coming in. That's what that is. So another thing is, what's the last thing? Oh, I received, this is the second time this has happened. I received a nasty, ugly email about, and this is the second time I've gotten this. I don't know if it's the same person. This happened when I first started YouTube. When I first started YouTube, I did a mud run, and somebody emailed me, and I had lost a little weight, and I was able to do it was easier on my joints. It was hard. I was out for like 2 days after, but it was an accomplishment that I wanted to have, and it meant something to me. And then I got this hateful email. I don't really have fibro. I would be sitting on my couch all the time if I had fibro, and I wouldn't be running races, and I'm a liar, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, I do have fibro, all right, guys? And so I got another email like that last night. And it was like, I've been watching your cleaning videos. Nobody with fibro could do that. You're such a liar. Here's the thing, guys. I want you to know that I truly am in extreme pain. And because I'm not on fertility drugs, I am taking pain medication while I do this, which I don't normally do. I want you guys to know that I am suffering at night when I finish doing this. And you're probably like, okay, why are you putting yourself through that? Because I cannot focus. I don't feel comfortable. I just like really need to do spring cleaning, and I do it during the winter, and I keep my house very clean. And maybe there'll be a day where I cannot do it. Who knows? But right now I can, and yes, I'm in pain, and my God, it hurts and it sucks, but you have to understand, all of us that have fibro are different, and all of our pain levels are different. And some days we're better than others. And with my fibro, it's like, how do I explain this? When I explain this, I feel like I could hurt someone's feelings or insult someone, and that's not my intention. But I'm the kind of person, and not that other people aren't, or that maybe they're just in like extremely more pain than me. I'm the kind of person that I'm gonna be in pain anyway, whether I'm sitting on this couch or I'm doing something. That's the realistic part of fibromyalgia. No matter what you're doing, you're in pain all the time. Okay, so if I'm gonna have to be in pain anyways, I'm not gonna let it control my life. I'm gonna do my spring cleaning. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna do a mud run. I'm gonna do these things, and I'm gonna deal with the pain because I've had it for so long now. I mean, probably 6-7 years. I got it very young, and it's just like, it is what it is. Yes, I'm in pain. I just want to tell you guys, I am hurting. I am taking rest days during these like multiple cleaning days, whatever. Oh my God, this video is already 8 minutes. So, all right, back to I'm going to show you guys the cleaning of the living room. It's going to be a 2-part video. I can tell you that much. And yes, I'm suffering. I'm sorry that I'm not sad enough for this person or laying on the couch bitching about it. If you watch my daily vlogs, I have days like that. But right now, I'm gonna get this shit done. So I'm sorry if you hate me. I'm sorry if you think I'm a liar. I don't need to prove myself to you. Somebody that would make up having fibromyalgia, that's just, I hope they get it if they would lie about that. I know that sounds terrible, but yeah. So just addressing that, I just don't understand that much hate from a fellow person with fibro. I didn't tell anyone they need to be off their couch and cleaning and doing these things. I'm just showing you guys how I do it. And for my people that don't have fibro, that don't understand that, they need to do spring cleaning. I'm a clean freak. I'm gonna show them how I do it. Get over yourself. All right, let's get into the living room cleaning. Okay, this is the night before the living room spring cleaning. And I'm taking, we put the pillows in the other room, and we're taking these out of there in case they have zippers. So I'm going to wash these tonight and let them dry while we're sleeping and put them back on in the morning so the couch is already done. And yeah. So I'm lucky enough this comes out and this washes well, and we can just pop it back on afterwards. So we're doing that tonight. Okay, so right now I'm going, all the cushions are off before we put the freshly washed covers back on and the cushions back.
I'm going to vacuum stuff like this that gets in the corners of your couch and you never see, especially if you have pets. So I'm going to clean all that stuff up. I do this sometimes before big things too, not just like if we have a party or something, not just spring cleaning. But as you can see, we need a new couch for various reasons. I can't get this to focus. Anyway, so I'm gonna do that, and then while everything's off, I'm gonna condition the leather from this side of it. When I move the couch out to do behind the couch and clean and stuff, then I'll do the back side. Okay, I conditioned the leather and vacuumed everything. I'm gonna show you guys. As I said before, I'm going to show you what I'm using. If it's not cruelty-free, I'm going to tell you what my alternative will be when this runs out. So I had this conditioner cleaner for a year before going cruelty-free. When it runs out, I'm going to switch to the 7th generation leather wipes. And whenever this couch is finally just like, Ralph, leave it alone. So you're going to sneeze? It's got dry. Could we not lean on the chemicals? I'm going to have to put them up. I'm going to use the 7th generation wipes when it runs out. And then once this couch has finally had it and we sell it, then we won't be buying another leather piece of furniture. Because we bought this, oh gosh, like 6 years ago before going cruelty-free. Might keep the ottoman because ottomans are expensive. This isn't as damaged. But yeah. See? Hi. Good morning, friends. Good morning. Okay, cushions back on, leather conditioned. I do this every 2 weeks. I move the couch and vacuum and clean what's back behind it. But right now, Justin's going to take the blinds down for me before he leaves so I can clean them. And I'm kind of going to do zones of the room since I have to move heavy furniture when I do this room. So I'll show you guys in a bit. Okay, it's really hard to see right now because it's so bright. I'm going to clean the windows, the baseboards. Those curtains just came down like a couple months ago when we put this floor in and were washed, and they can't be washed too much, so I just like beat them a little bit and nothing was coming off them because I think the curtains, the blinds that came down pretty much caught all the dirt. I'm gonna basically clean this whole wall area and the floor behind it. The floor behind it never sees like dirt, it just sees fur that goes under the couch, and I've cleaned that up. So I'm just going to use my regular mop that is kind of like a reusable Swiffer by Rubbermaid. It has like a cloth pad and everything. So behind the couch, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to do this whole wall and let the blinds dry while I edit yesterday's video and put them back up, and then that way I'm done with that wall and the blinds are already up and I can move on to the rest of the room. So yeah, that's what I'm about to do. Okay guys, I went over doing this in my kitchen, my spring cleaning kitchen video. I will link that below. It was in part 1, I believe, one of the very first things I did. And this is just how I clean my blinds. It only works if you have plastic or like aluminum blinds, and you can use any kind of cleaner in there with water. Miss Myers is what I'll be using when my stockpile runs out. Like I've said in 100 videos, this is not cruelty free, but it is in my couponing stockpile that I'm trying to get rid of so that nothing in the house will have been tested on animals when we're done getting through that stockpile. I don't believe in wasting. I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over again, but if you're new to my channel, I've gone cruelty-free. I still have a huge couponing. Well, no, actually I've whittled it down a lot. I only have like 2 or 3 cleaners left from couponing, and once that's gone, we won't buy anything else tested on animals, but I don't believe in wasting. So put the blinds and water in some kind of soap. Miss Myers is what I'll be using once the animal tested chemicals are gone, and a washcloth, and just go over the blinds. You can see how I do it in the other video. I'll link that below. Then you're going to lay them out to dry on a towel. I have 3 sets, so I'm going to have to lay 3 towels out, let it dry for a couple of hours, flip it in between, and then rehang them.
Okay guys, so to clean the glass again, I just wanted to show y'all I'm using this rag from Dollar Tree. It's in the cleaning section and it says it's made for glass. I'm going to clean the windows with it and this glass table and the frames and everything. And once it's super absorbed with cleaner, I'm going to come wipe down all these pictures. Then baseboards are going to be the last thing. I'm going to re-vacuum the floor. I got to clean these lights. And hopefully the blinds will be ready to be put back up by then. Okay, during spring cleaning on tables like this, I pop the glass out and clean both sides. Sometimes during the regular cleaning during the week, I'll put my hand under here like this and clean it from the bottom, but today I'm gonna pull this stuff out. I wanted to show you like coffee table books and books we keep out like this. I've got this one right here. Oh, it's gonna focus. It's just a fun book. I love this book. I feel like I'm a 50s housewife at heart, but except I would miss the technology. But it's just really cool ads and cool stuff from like the 50s and I think maybe the 40s. But anyway, so I use a damp, but barely damp, like enough to get any spots, but not to saturate and ruin the cover. And I just wipe stuff like this down. Wipe both sides. Don't leave too much water on there and let it dry while I'm doing the table. Okay guys, now I'm going to do the baseboard. In this bottle I have watered down of the concentrated Miss Meyer's gardenia smell, I believe. Yeah, it's the gardenia one. You just add some of the concentrate into a bottle with some water and it makes a bottle of cleaner. So this is what I'm using on the baseboards in here. In the kitchen I used a bleach mix, but because this isn't the kitchen, I'm just going to use the Miss Meyer's and a damp cloth and wipe down the baseboards like I did in the kitchen. So I'm going to spray them and just go around and wipe them all down just in this section so that I can get the floor vacuumed, mopped, and the curtains back up and push the couch back so I can do the rest of the room. Okay, I have only mopped the part of the floor with this. This is my Rubbermaid Reveal. I just mopped the part of the floor that is under the couch with this because it never really sees dirt, just dust and fur like I said. So I'm going to let that dry and go check the blinds. Okay, so it's still not ready. So I'm going to take those I cut this one, but I'm going to take those Mr. Clean Magic Eraser knockoffs. It's basically the same thing, the ones that we ordered online in bulk, and we did find out that they are just the very fine version of sandpaper, no chemicals in them, so they're cruelty free. And I'm going to wipe the kind of like spots on the wall like that before I put the couch back. And then I'm going to section with the shop vac up here. There's like little cobwebby thingies. I do that a lot, but I'm going to do it again, and I showed you guys that. If you want the sponge information, it's in the very first kitchen video, part 1. I want to show you, like, we have a bunch of spots like this on the wall that I'm using those sponges on. That's from the furniture. No matter how many times I pull the chair forward, it always ends up back over there, even with like rubber things on the bottom. So I'm going to do that all over the walls while I'm still waiting for the blinds to dry. See, now it's gone. It's just wet right there. A tip for using these, and this happened with Mr. Clean erasers when I used them. Y'all see like stuff falls out as you're cleaning. This is why spring cleaning, regular cleaning, no matter what, I always do the floors last. So I'm just going to leave that there because it'll get sucked up with the shop vac. Oh, there's a storm coming. Can you see it? Okay, anyway, I got the blinds back up. I'm trying to hurry. This is the thing that you pop on to cover, I don't know, the hardware. I don't know. The terms of things, guys. So I just wipe it down with a damp rag, and then I'm going to pop them all up there. And then this happened. Focus. Yeah, I don't know. I think, honestly, do you see that this is the only part, this is why you do not want to do this with wood blinds, guys, but this is the only part of wood on my blinds. The rest are, I guess, plastic made to look like wood. So this is going to happen. I've done this a couple times now,
And, oh, hello, where are we? All right, so that's gonna chip, and I really don't care because usually you can't see it, it's behind there, and I can repaint it, no big deal, but now I'm gonna have to clean that up real quick before I move the couch back. All right, y'all, I take a duster and I get the awkward parts of the fan, like that part where I don't know the fan engine is. Is that a thing, a fan engine? I don't know. If there's a fan engine, that's where it would be. I don't know. All right, so enough of the scientific talk. And then like the little lights and all that stuff I clean with a duster. But, okay, so you guys have probably seen this on Pinterest. Take a pillowcase, put over the blades, pull, and it'll grab all the dust, clean the blade, and it'll all be in the pillowcase, and just turn the pillowcase inside out and wash it. Okay, let's talk about this. Because you see this on Pinterest, but I was over here thinking I like invented this because when I got my first fan in my bedroom, when I was like probably 13, my parents put a fan in, and I was so excited, but I was so grossed out by dust and stuff that I would always do this. And my mom would always scream at me, even though she was a clean freak, because she'd think it would be gross to have all that dust in the wash when I washed my sheets. So, I don't know, in my head I thought of this, but I guess a lot of people have thought of this. So I'm gonna put the dogs in the kitchen, and I'm gonna stand on this and do it, because sweet baby Jesus, I will fall and bust my head open if they run past the ladder, because I don't have balance. So I'm gonna do this and then show you guys the pillowcase inside after I do all the blades. Okay, all right, really? Okay, so just ignore that. This is a cheap builder fan, and when we had Halloween parties, I decided I was gonna hang stuff off of it. I don't know what I was thinking, but that blade, the tape took off part of the faux wood finish. Anyway, I actually want to replace this with a nicer, more modern, I knew that was gonna happen, nicer, more modern fan. But guys, this is not gonna, I don't know if you can see some of the dirt. So anyway, I don't know why it's not showing up good. Just turn it inside out and watch it. I am still, I mean, okay. I'm still that 13-year-old child inside that doesn't like dust on the fan, so I do this often. That's why there's no like clumps of dust or big dramatic thing like on top of my fridge. But if you don't ever dust your fans, it's gonna be crazy, but the pillowcase will catch it all. Just another tip in case you don't use Pinterest. Okay guys, I'm gonna call, even though you're seeing all this and it might be different when I stop, I'm filming all my letting you guys know where we're at in the video parts before the rain comes. I'm gonna call this a end of part 1, and I will see you guys tomorrow for part 2.